work kind of a lot.
Yep.
Um,
My name's Jonathan.
I'm Johnny.
Frank?
But for those of you who are maybe a little less familiar with the project, we've been working on this for quite a while now. Basically, it's supposed to be the file converter that can convert everything. And the way we do that is that we leverage other programs to do all of the actual hard work. We have a generic framework that allows us to write a single file that will tell our program how to use another program to do an arbitrary conversion.
I'll actually show them the XML file.
Yeah.
So the way this is accomplished.
You should just let me do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Thought I was good with computers.
This is an example of the XML format in its current iteration. This in particular describes how to use lame, and it shows pretty much all the features off. So this is all there is to it. Now, it looks a little cryptic, but we don't have to write a single line of code. There's no compiling involved. You just write an XML file and drop it in a directory, and then you get support for whatever new formats you just added. And where that really comes in handy is that you can then use whatever the platform native tool for whatever thing you're writing. We wrote a C# app to hook into Microsoft Office to do Office conversions on Windows. On OS X, you could write a native Cocoa app to do, or I don't know, any other of the Apple frameworks to do your conversion, which makes your life a lot simpler than having to write everything in a cross-platform in abstract manner.
You can also do cool stuff that you normally can't do. Like, say you have a conversion that requires 3 stages, 2 or 3. Normally, you'd probably download 2 converters and figure that out. But this program can actually figure out the fastest way to go from one format to another.
All right. So I guess we're demoing here. But Convolve is just another application, just like any other.
So you'll see on the left, this is your file tree. It's very dark, so it's hard to read. But that doesn't usually happen. So you can add something that's lame. So I guess wait.
This one's. Okay, so this is actually the list of all the functional and non-functional plugins. The ones in black are currently available, and the red ones aren't. Obviously, PowerPoint is not going to work when we're in Linux, as an example. But what we're really interested in here is lame. Now, you want to talk about this?
Sure. One of the main new features we implemented this semester was advanced configuration options. So here, this actually makes it more. Prior to this semester, you couldn't do anything besides default conversions, so it was very limited. But now you can actually choose anything you can specify in the XML file. So you can get GUI objects like sliders, drop-down boxes, checkboxes, anything you could really want to make it easy for the user to choose their settings.
And this is dynamic. Like right now we're in variable bitrate mode. Say we wanted to generate a constant bitrate MP3. You'd select constant bitrate mode, and then this would update to really relevant options. In this case, mostly just the bitrate. It also has a decode mode. Here, the bitrate doesn't make any sense. This wave is lossless, so you can mono, and then you can mark it as copyright if you like.
The other thing that's cool about this menu is that it's persistent, so you can set defaults, and then next time you come back to the program, they'll still be there. So if you always convert things in mono for some reason, you could always do that.
If we close it, and we can close the program.
You can take our word for that. That's not worth doing, I don't think.
Anyway.
Okay, so the other way, those are for setting your defaults for every conversion in the future. So you can also do temporary settings. So that would just be for the next batch that you currently have going. So if you go to music.
Let's do just to be different.
Sure. We don't have any advanced options for documents right now, I don't think.
Find out. No, we don't. Okay. So, these advanced configuration options are defined by the XML file as just like additional configurable attributes. And because we just got it working, not all of our converters yet take advantage of this feature. So, back to.
Okay, and I actually had this working earlier, but right now this menu doesn't get populated correctly with the modes on top because of an issue communicating with the backend.
So everything's disabled.
Yep.
But you can actually convert files successfully. So we see at a document now. We want to make it PDF. So this is a .doc. You kind of, I guess you'll have to take my word for it because it's really dark. But when you convert, now we're done, and we have this new PDF file. Shows what.
On the right, you saw it only for a second, but yellow, it's all color coded, so yellow means it's in progress, the conversion, green means it's finished.
Got lots of music.
Yep.
We converted all at once.
And these two were going slower.
No, they're all done.
Okay, so they're all done then.
I don't know why those are still there. But yeah.
Once we get rid of all these bugs, we're gonna have another release that should make it the most fully functional one. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We also might include a separate program. We've been researching some copyright stuff. We didn't want to ship with things like converters where it might be illegal or against their terms of use, but we found one that would allow us to ship with our program that actually does quite a few conversions already. Because the issue is maybe the program might support a bunch of conversions, but you might not have the converters for them. So we've been trying to solve that problem.
Yeah, and we have problems with things like distributing lame because we might then end up owing Fraunhofer a lot of money. So we tend to try to avoid that.
We talked about this enough. Let's skip that.
One of the things I'm working on, I almost have this working. The functionality of the back end is, right now it's a library, and it's well suited to be a library. Basically, it's we're kind of interfacing between you and some executable that we support with the configuration file, as we discussed. But what I'm trying to do is make it a shared library, so that's a DLL on Windows or an SL on Linux. But it's kind of complicated because we have cross-platform code, and we want to build it correctly on each system. So on Windows, that would mean like you build as shared with DecoSpec DLL export or something to put in the function table. On Linux, I don't really know. I've never built a shared library on Linux. So if anyone has any advice on how to do that with CMake, because that's what we're using and that's what's confusing me, how to make this cross-platform shared library work on CMake, I would be open to advice.
And as soon as we get that working, we'll have a library release also. So you'll be able to convert anything to anything within your program in about 5 lines of code.
Any questions?
Can you have your program download the other programs after you've installed it instead of shipping with the converter programs?
Yes. It doesn't do that, but there's no reason it couldn't.
Will it do it soon?
Next release, probably.
Yes.
I know you guys talked about having that the progress bar is just for like how if you have like 2 conversions, it just jumps to 50% and then jumps.
The progress bar is kind of a sore spot with me because we have a problem where once we call programs, once they're exact, it's hard to get the status back from them. So it's hard to gain a real accurate idea. I guess we could maybe try to guess based on like the speed of their PC or something, but I don't know really how to do it better.
Right. Yeah. I was just wondering if you guys have made any progress on it.
What happens when you convert an audio file to a text file?
You actually can do that And what you'll get is a text file with the tags. That's the word for it. Tags. So like if you currently it only works for Vorbis, but I was actually working on expanding that. But yeah, if you put an OGG file and then convert it to a text file, you'll get a text file with all of the tags in a key equals value form. Simple.
Does it sound good? No. So for your CMake question, I don't know if you know, but the company that developed CMake is really, really close to here.
I'm the person who did this is also an RPA graduate. So send the group an email of the specific problem. I will get it resolved and I will help you with it.
Yeah, Kitware is
Bill Hoffman is the one. Yeah, Bill Hoffman is the one who does it. Who created CMake. So it's very easy.
Just make sure we fix it.
Yeah, and Morphe knows the guy who wrote CMake, so yeah, it's, he could probably help you out with them. Using
So you send a message to the group with the specific question. We'll get it. Okay, thanks. That's what I said. Okay. Thanks, guys.